Hello, welcome to another Tour de Fleece vlog. I started off by trying out a absolutely humongous plying bracelet in order to ply the singles that I made in the last vlog. It went okay, but it was too big of a plying bracelet, no shit. I'm still having some tensioning stuff with my wheel, but I'm hoping that I can gather some more information about how an Ashford Traveller is tensioned. I did try to install the tension as it's supposed to be, but as soon as I did, the ply I was working on broke. So I just decided to let that be for now. And I did try to make up for the fact that it's potentially over spinning what I'm making by stopping it and manually turning the bobbin so that the ply is going onto the bobbin earlier than it would if it was just left up to the mechanic of the wheel. I hope that makes sense. I didn't really record any actual chatting stuff because I didn't really feel in the mood, and I also was kind of tired and I wanted to prioritize actually doing the spinning, especially during the Tour de France Femme. And I was following along too, so that was really nice, and I had a really great time with that, and I'm so happy and excited that I finally got to spin my zwartbles, which has been a extremely long project to get to, considering I bought the fibre in 2024, and then I've been prepping bits of it, washing it and combing it, sort of since then, obviously not consistently, but on and off. And so yeah, I was just delighted to finally get to spin it, and it actually worked. And especially when it started, I just felt like it was coming out so consistent, and I was so happy. And I'm still very happy about it, and I'm really looking forward to plying it and seeing what kind of yarn I am gonna make. Hello! I have a headache, but I wanted to record this because it's the end of Tour de Fleece and I wanted to show what I have done, the start of the show. And if you've been following along from the beginning, you'll know that I made a vlog for the first like week or so, I guess it maybe covers, of Tour de Fleece or Tour de France, and I had to like stop because I was in a lot of pain. And then I was also having trouble with my spinning wheel. And then I did return in the maybe like last few days of the Tour de France, like the men's race, and I did manage to get things going. So then I decided I wanted like to have one whole video where I do actually spin my zwartbles, which it has been this video, although I did also ply some of the singles that I spun out of the like fibre that I wanted to use as like a practice run. So yeah, why did I so I just wanted to sum that up, I guess, because I did take a break, and I need to take a break again. And like, you know, I mean, I haven't really been spinning like for long time periods, but even so, like my body isn't very happy, but it's just been like a rough time period, so it's not really related, I think, to like my crafting. It's more just like being disabled, isn't it? Anyway, so preamble, let's show you. So here's the like yarn that I made from that John Arbin Textiles tops, which was in like a special Tour de France colour from last year, which I got on sale. I think, you know, it's not super consistent in size, and then also I do think that the plying, some parts are like more plied than other parts, but it's also because I'm trying to counteract the fact that like I think my spinning wheel is like overspinning, and then it's obviously kind of hard to get that balance, especially because I'm still just experimenting and learning, so I don't really know like what, like I need to do this kind of like playing around with it in order to get a real sense of like what for me works as a tight enough ply, or yeah. But I think like I'm really happy. Like this is like a skein of yarn that is usable as such. I do also have these two as well, so yeah, really happy with that. I do also still have this which is like the single ply, which was just one of the like times when I tried to spin and then it didn't work, like it just broke at one point and I couldn't get it to rejoin because the tension was too high. I do also have like a bobbin at my friend's house because I used their wheel and I spun onto that, so I guess there's that too, but I don't think that's very much either, and I'll, you know, get to it when I want to. Yeah, I also thought I would show like this is what I made this year and this is what I made last year, and like the difference between these two skeins is like really major. And so yeah, I would say I did do like the goal that I set out to, which was to make a skein of yarn during Tour de Fleece on my spinning wheel that's better than this, and I did that, so I'm very happy about that. I also haven't actually totally finished. I kind of wanted to get everything together and then I'll like soak everything and thwack it and that kind of thing all in one go, I think, because I just think that's like easier for me. I also applied this little small amount together, which is just like a blend, actually using some of the leftovers of this and then combining it with the rest of this fibre, which I then also made this fairly, yeah, I think this is a fairly competent skein, and I spindle spun it with this drop spindle. Spoilers for more. And from this like colourway fibre I did also make some larger plies. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I might just give up on it, but I don't know. And then I do also have these singles, which I tried to make into a plying bracelet and failed, so I do need to redo that, but I do want to ply this together, and I kind of should have done that when my spindle was free. I just kind of forgot about it, but that is what I'm going to do next, I think, once I finished spinning what's on here. So I guess I'll talk about this next, which is Cotswold. In I think the first vlog, I documented the fact that my friend gave me some sheep breeds that they had because we washed like the zwartbles fleece I have, and then they also washed some bits because they wanted to do some sampling from some of the fleeces they have, and then they also gave me some of those fleeces. But this is the Cotswold that they gave me, which is just like a fantastically gorgeous, I mean, like, look at that, just so gorgeous. Because like the stable length is pretty long, I thought that I would comb it and spin it on my spindle because I have about 20 grams. So I like did a very quick kind of check to see that that would work, and then I have this which I am currently working on, and like it just looks, I mean, it's a cloud, it's beautiful. So yes, I'm gonna keep doing that and then do that to the rest of this so that it's ready to be spindle spun. So that's an exciting little project, and like 20 grams is obviously not loads, but it's just nice to like get a feel for some fibre and like learn about it as you're spinning it. I think this is like really like shiny as I spin it, which is very cool. And yes, and then I do also have this, which I also spindle spun. It's just like basically I was going through like this this cardboard box which has all of my hand spun in it, because I was looking at it and trying to figure out like if there's like this little project that I kind of want to do, and so I was like going through to see if there's like yarn that I think could work for that, and I think there is. But what I also found whilst I was going through it, I got distracted, it smells so sheepy, but what I found whilst I was going through this is, oh yes, I found like basically I'd like collected I just sort of like collected a bunch of stuff that I didn't work from like when I was first trying to spin. Yeah, and I had just like kept bits of things that like I could never actually use, or like really just terrible failed attempts at making like a single ply. So for the stuff that was usable, there was a little bit of some of the some of the sheep like breed that I'm really allergic to, so I got rid of that and I just accepted that I can't use that and I don't want it near me and I don't want it in my yarn. Like it's very like irritating. Yeah, so basically I found I had used some Coriadale, I think, that was white. I knit a scarf like out of the first hand spun I made. I think there was maybe like one other skein before, maybe two, could have been this one. I think this is maybe the first one, which I think I talked about in a video I made last year talking about what I made in Tour de Fleece. Yeah, and so I had like a bit left over of this, so I just like I have these like mini carders, so I carded it up together and then I just spun this, partially with the idea of that little project in mind, although I don't know if it will work for that, but that's okay. There's not very much here. Like I was imagining it could like just be like a small, like a little small part of it. And then I did also sort of collect the other fibre that is usable, like reusable, but needs to be carded. I did also make these little rolags of some of it. I thought combining the grey and the blue together would be nice, because I do still have quite a lot of the blue, which is this fibre, left, even though I also have like these skeins of hand spun where I combined it. And then of course, finally, I do have like a little bit on this bobbin that I started, but not very much. But we do have the zwartbles that I finally started spinning. I obviously could have kept going, but I decided to leave it there because I really want to ply this, and then also because of the tensioning stuff with my wheel, I thought it would be better to do slightly less in case I just feel like it will, like if when I start playing it I'm like, oh, this isn't producing like a usable yarn, then at least like I won't have spent so much long time on it. But I don't think that's gonna happen because this obviously did work. I'm hopeful about it, even if I think that there are some things that could definitely be improved, but that's obviously just part of the process of like learning a skill and getting better at it. So yeah, overall very happy with all of this progress, and I'm yeah, just very excited to keep going. I definitely will need to take a little bit of a break, but I also am excited. I mean, bearing in mind that I still have the like part of the fleece that I washed with my friend to prepare for this. Like I haven't even started to prep it because I still had a bunch of already prepped stuff to get through. This is what I currently have to spin, so still a bunch. It kind of looks like I haven't made a dent, but I have made somewhat of a dent. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to show that because I think it's nice, and good to know that I'm going to be spinning it for a long time. I think that is also why I'm like a little bit less precious than I think I would be in terms of like if this is going to work or not. One, because I am fairly confident that at least I'm going to get something, even if it's not the kind of yarn that I'm looking for yet, but also because I do just have so much of it, and like I did that on purpose so that this project could be like educational for me, but also so that I wouldn't be like too precious about like trying to make it perfect and so then not use it at all, which I think would be like a major shame. Good, well I think that's everything that I wanted to show off and talk through in terms of the Tour de Fleece. For a while I thought it was not going to be successful for me at all because of my like pain stuff, but I'm so glad that I managed to rest enough. It was hard because I just felt like I wanted to like to be knitting, I wanted to be using my hands, and I just couldn't / didn't, even when I maybe could have, but then it would have like made the pain flare worse. And so that way I did at least have like a good solid chunk of time when I was spinning, which specifically also was mostly during the Tour de France fam. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you participated in Tour de Fleece. Let me know if you got your goals done, and I hope you did, but no worries if not, there's always next year. I hope you're having a lovely day when you're watching this, and yeah, I will talk to you when I next talk to you. Bye!